All right, everybody, Bryce here coming at you with another real quick crypto market update. And all I can say is I'm so bullish that it hurts. It is such a awesome period in the market. I know, you're seeing some bearish sentiment and people scared about things going on geopolitically in the world, but I think things are clearing up, things are getting better. And what we're seeing in the crypto price charts, Bitcoin's breaking out of a pretty much 2.5 month range that it's been stuck in. And 75K is the key level to break. Once we see that break, I think we're going to start a new higher trading range closer to the 90s. I think we're going to blow straight through the $80,000 region, primarily because on the way down, we had no trading volume in the $80,000 range. We broke straight from 90 all the way down to 60 pretty much. And so I think as above, so below, in a sense. When things go through a price very quickly, things come back up. There's very little resistance. So what do we have? We actually have a weekly MACD, which is one of the most popular momentum indicators. We have the weekly MACD for the first time since the 2022 FTX bear market crisis, starting to cross upwards from oversold territory. Okay, so this is a super rare, really, really, really long-term signal that we're taking a look at. But why are things starting to change? And why is the market starting to sing a little bit of a bullish tone? In fact, Bitcoin is, and Bitcoin and Ethereum and the crypto market generally is the best performing asset class since the war started, by the way. Gold is down, stocks are pretty much flat, a little bit up. And crypto's up big since this all started, but there's a lot of positive momentum coming. Primarily, there was 6 months of selling before everything started to break down, but we have Goldman Sachs just this morning announcing that they're launching a Bitcoin ETF, okay? Goldman Sachs, they're not just launching a vanilla, plain old Bitcoin ETF, they're launching a covered call income Bitcoin ETF where you could own Bitcoin, and it automatically sells covered calls against that position. So you could generate income on that volatility. That's a really, really big sign. You guys know Morgan Stanley just last week launched their Bitcoin ETF. This is more of a vanilla buy and hold Bitcoin ETF. But they said on day one, they raised for this Bitcoin ETF about 35 million bucks in one day, an 8-hour trading session. They said that was the best performing day one of their ETF products that they've ever launched. That's a really, really big sign that it's off to a good start. And that one day put them in the top 1% of all ETFs that have ever launched. I think there's been something like 15 to 20,000 ETFs launched. They're in the 1% already in their day one performance. So it just goes to show how much, institutional demand there is for crypto. And it's against a backdrop of a stock market that's starting to perform and starting to have a V-shaped recovery from a lot of the fears that we saw. We've had the 10-day average of the advanced decline line start to move higher. That's a technical indicator which shows market breadth. Okay, breadth means it's not just one or two big stocks holding the market up. It's many, 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 many stocks that are all starting to perform positively. But it's not just for any other reason or any random reason. There's some good fundamental reasons. During this contraction, the price to earnings ratio of a lot of these stocks actually, the S&P on average dropped 18%. So people just found in a very attractive valuation standpoint for stocks. And as you guys know, crypto tends to correlate, as a risk on asset. When people are feeling risky and wanting to invest, they invest in stocks or crypto to a smaller degree, which is growing. So I'm really excited about that. We saw Michael Saylor today raised another $450 million in one trading session, and the trading session is still going on, by the way. It could, at this rate, top out above $600 million through his Stretch IPO, or it was an IPO, now it's an actively traded preferred equity instrument. But the STRC gives investors a 11.5% dividend rate, which is variable and that changes over time and so on and so forth. And then all the money that people use to buy that, he then takes that money and buys Bitcoin, and that Bitcoin fuels the dividends that he pays out. So it's a really, really interesting period in time when you have the technicals starting to change. You have the overall, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Wall Street cohort starting to change their tune and see positive behavior in the crypto market and start to deploy these products successfully. And then you have the crypto vanguards and the crypto juggernauts like Michael Saylor, and they're hitting the market from a different angle, right? So it's really a perfect storm. Considering as well, like I said, market's still oversold. So there's a lot of room to run before we get into an overheated market. So I think it's an extremely opportune time to be an aggressive buyer, not only of Bitcoin, but of fundamentally strong DeFi coins as well. Real world asset coins, AI coins are starting to see a big bid. The SEC just had a big announcement this week, I believe it was on the 13th, where they said that they are now giving guidance, official guidance, on how they're going to be regulating DeFi front ends. So the DeFi front ends are like when you go to Uniswap and you make a trade, boom, that's the front end. The back end is like, all the code and stuff that the computers are using. But as a user, you're using the front end. So they gave guidance on how these all should be positioned, how people should be, who are building them, reporting and stuff, and basically exempted them officially from having to register as broker dealers, which would have completely been a nail in the coffin for the crypto environment. So we've got all of that, again, against a backdrop of stocks rising. I saw a crazy stat from, who was it? Carson Investment Research Group, one of my favorite groups, a guy named Ryan Dietrich, who's the chief market strategist over there. He said stocks have been up 7% over the course of 7 days, up every single day. That's a pretty interesting stat, up every single day over the course of the last 7 days, and it's been up 7% over that period. He said in the last 30 years, that's happened 3 separate times, okay? If he projected 6 months forward, the lowest price appreciation from the S&P 500 over the next 6 months, the lowest percentage gain was 19%. Okay? That's insane to think about the lower end of the range from a historical pattern that we just saw this past week could have us higher in the stock market, 19% over the course of the next 6 months. That's a really, really good sign. And then another guy I really like, Charlie Bolello. Last piece I'll leave you with, just said he's from Creative Planning. They're like one of the largest RIAs in the world. He said the VIX just fell 38% over a 2-week period. Okay, the VIX is the volatility index for the stock market. He said fell over a 2-week period, 38%. That's the 7th largest drop, okay, in history. And each period after that saw massive gains. I think that this is a huge, just a huge, ginormous setup for risk assets because you have volatility falling while the market is starting to rise. This means we're going to get a sustained, longer term uptrend. Again, the MACD crossing over from oversold territory. This is a beautiful setup. You could clearly see I'm excited. So there's a lot of good stuff going on in crypto, in the stock market. I'm a buyer here. I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. Okay, that's all I have for you. Just wanted to come at you with a quick market update. Let you know things are rocking and rolling. It is not the time to be asleep at the wheel. It is the time, in my opinion, to be deploying capital into crypto, which I think is going to be the fastest growing sector, the fastest horse in this rebound. Take care.